Oil prices have been pushed up, hitting new peaks due to the crisis in Syria. Welcome to today's press review. I'm Elaine Stenson. Worries that the Syrian crisis could potentially spread to other areas of the Middle East has caused oil prices to soar. Fears about the state of oil supplies in Syria's neighbouring countries have come following the US announcement that it would be supplying arms to rebel groups. Price levels for oil are rising to $98.74, a price level that hasn't been seen since September 2012. At the same time, Brent North Sea crude for August prices went up to $106.67 per barrel, the highest point since last April. Capital Economics chief global economist Julian Jessop had this to say. Fears that Western intervention in Syria could increase the risks of a broader Middle East conflict have already put some upward pressure on the price of Brent crude. While Carsten Fritsch, an analyst with Commerzbank, said, "The decision of the US to supply arms to the rebels in Syria threatens finally to turn the civil war into a proxy war between the world powers, given that Russia is providing military support to the Assad regime." Morgan Stanley said a narrowing of the WTI Brent price difference was unlikely near term, noting that WTI Brent may struggle to narrow below $6 to $7 per barrel. Increased Canadian imports, maintenance on pipelines and the threat of Gulf Coast storms could act as headwinds to WTI, the bank said. However, even if tensions do continue to rise, which all the major players would want to avoid, we would expect any fallout for global oil markets to be more than offset by the prospect of releases from the vast strategic reserves held by the US and its allies. However, the unexpected election of diplomat and cleric Hassan Rouhani as president of Iran helped contain some of the upside in the price of oil. Considered a moderate, Rouhani's election is being viewed as lowering the potential of further conflict in the Middle East, which supplies around a third of the world's crude. Commerzbank added, at the very least, the election results makes it less likely that Israel will launch a military strike against Iran's nuclear facilities. And that's all for the press review for today. Do check back tomorrow for Wednesday's press review. But for now, it's goodbye.